can't think of one game, maybe one, where we didn't, respect our opponent and come out and try and do the things that we're capable of doing. And I think it'll be the same tomorrow night. There's no script for the game, but we just have to figure out a way to win it after coming off the road for a couple weeks and getting back comfortable on our home court.
You guys have had some lengthy road trips the last few years, especially at the end of the season, and you've talked about how those have kind of gelled you guys as a group going towards the playoffs. This is a little earlier in the season. Was there a different factor to gelling, just getting to know the guys? Was it a different trip at all?
No, I think it was a little bit different, because we have, we had the change in the middle of it, and losing Sasha and welcoming Joe. And even though people may consider that a subtle thing, Sasha's been here for 6 years, and he was, a part of our team. So getting used to that, getting Andrew back in the middle of this trip, so there were some things that made it a little bit of a different trip where it wasn't just about kind of coming together with the guys that you've had. You lost a guy, you brought in a new guy. A guy that's been out injured was just coming back. And so, we basically just figured out a way to win the games as the schedule presented them. And, it's tough for me to ever feel bad about playing 7 NBA teams and winning 6 of them on the road. I don't care who it is you play against. If you can beat 6 out of 7 NBA teams, you've done a pretty good job.
Can you guys ever take a long trip without adding or losing somebody?
I don't know. It seems to have.
Every time you guys come back.
It seems to have been, a little bit of a curse in the last couple of years. So the trip that we have right before All-Star break, I'm sure will be a little bit nerve-wracking for everyone.
This is the first year that you guys, in a couple of years, where you guys, at this point in the season, haven't been in the top of the conference. What is it? Does it change anything going forward? Does it change the context of the season when you're looking at other teams and have to catch guys if you want that top seed?
Not in December, in my opinion, at least. As you get into the latter part of February and early March, I think those things, start to kind of have a little more clarity. And, if there's a 3 or 4 game kind of window there where you can maybe cut it up and, close that gap, you probably play those teams a couple times in that stretch where you can kind of make up some distance. So, right now we haven't played either of the 2 teams that are on top of us in the conference. So, just those matchups alone could allow us to, make some difference there. So right now I'm not so focused on, where we are in the Western Conference as opposed to where we are just as a team.
What are the positives and negatives about how difficult the schedule gets for you guys over the last 50 or so games? Starting with Miami and then San Antonio, it basically goes on until April. You guys play a playoff team 2 out of 3 nights.
Yeah. When you consider, how our team is made up and what our experiences have been the last 3 or 4 years, that's the basketball that we've been created to play. We obviously set out to be as successful as we possibly can, but I don't know if anybody really remembers our regular season records the last few years. It's just a fact. And so it's more so about, how do you, stack up and play against the best teams in the league. And, for us, I think we'll be looking forward to, like I said, getting into some of these Western Conference battles that everybody's kind of been waiting for. I think it'll be fun for us. It'll obviously be very fun for our opponents. And I think it'll, continue to push us to get better, which is what's really important during the season.